Hey guys, Ray from loveyourrv.com, and we're back with another throwback video going back to 2012. This is pretty well the month of March and even into April, where we went to New Mexico. Last I left you, we were in Big Bend National Park. If you haven't seen any of my throwback videos, I'll link to the playlist or the blog posts, up to about 16 of them now. Now these aren't very well done videos. I just had a point and shoot camera, so not great video. The photos are pretty good though. Anyway, we stayed at a few places in New Mexico. Actually, one of them was slightly into Texas, this Guadaloupe Mountains National Park, so I'll just include it in the New Mexico one. It had a nice campground right here, but it was all tent camping, but RVs could park on this parking lot here. So some people will come here, it's dry camping. Other people will stay over towards Carlsbad Caverns. I'll just show you that. There's a RV park, this White City, right on the corner of the highway here. You can see it in the back. We stayed there as well, so we could make our way up to Carlsbad Caverns up here. There we are, Carlsbad. Learn how to pronounce that. Carlsbad Caverns. Now that was pretty cool, going down into the big cave, all the way down into the big cavern room down there. So we stayed in that area for about a week or so and explored both the Guadaloupe National Park and the caverns. Then we moved a bit over to the east and the north. A little state park called Brantley Lake State Park. It was okay, but it was our introduction to the New Mexico state parks, and they're really good. Very good value. I think we got electric and sewer for about 14 bucks, so not bad at all. Stayed there for a little while. Then we headed over to one of Anne's bucket lists on this, basically Anne's year of photography tour, and White Sands. She really wanted to photograph the White Sands, so we came over this way and up into Cloudcroft. We didn't stay there, but you're up, I don't know how high, you must be about 6,000 feet. Then you come down really quick down into Alamogordo down here. Stayed at a little RV park there called Edgington. Nothing special, it was just cheap. And then we got into this Oliver Lee Memorial State Park. Now it was really nice, set up on the side of a mountain hill here. It was another one of their state parks, so we kind of used that as a base when we explored the White Sands. And we completed New Mexico. Don't have much from these other two stops though, but we went up to Elephant Butte. Now I have some more modern, more recent stuff from New Mexico, so I'll link to that as well. This one's Caballo Lake State Park in Pie Town, and there's another one for Angel Peak Scenic area up in northern New Mexico, Rockhound State Park down in the southern part, Bisty Badlands, Valley of Fires, City of Rocks. So there's just a ton of really cool camping spots in New Mexico. We really enjoy it. Although it is very high, I think the average height of New Mexico is 5,000 feet, so you can only really get there at certain times of the year. And then we finished off up here in Albuquerque. We stopped at this Enchanted Trails RV Park and Trading Post, and it was just into April, and it actually snowed, which was interesting. You're in the middle of the desert, and we were surprised when it actually snowed. Anyway, let's get to the video clips and the photos. So my photos in the caverns really don't do it justice. So head over to Anne's website here, and if you go down the sidebar, you'll find this thing called Places. That's where you can find all the different places we've been and see her photos. And pick out New Mexico and scroll down, and you'll find her Carlsbad photos right here. You can see much better in there. You can do some long exposures, just amazing inside the caverns there. Standing in our campsite at Oliver Lee State Park, just outside Alamogordo, New Mexico, near White Sands. Beautiful place. $14 a night, and that's the view we get from the campsite. Gorgeous. There's Angelina Beaglina. And then we got a view out to the west. It's like a big basin. Off in the distance is White Sands. Nice. What do you think, Angelina Beaglina? It's a pretty good campsite. Yeah. Say hi to Annie Kip. Hi, Annie Kip. How you doing? How you doing, Annie Kip?
If we were to walk on it and kind of break it down a little bit, it would actually be able to replenish or rebuild itself within the very next season. Whereas if you were to go to a park like maybe Moab, they really like you to stay on the path, because if you're to damage that soil there, it could be hundreds of years before it's able to rebuild itself. But because it is both an aquatic and photosynthetic algae, meaning that we get lots of sun so it does well, and we have the water table so it does even better, it's really able to rebuild itself quickly, which is why we're able to kind of just walk along the dunes. What it does is it provides nitrogen to all the plants out here, which is essential for their survival. This is another plant that, although it looks kind of like a bush or a shrub, is actually the cottonwood tree. The cottonwoods can grow to be 100 feet tall, and what they were originally used for was erosion prevention along the Rio Grande, which is why it has the name Rio Grande cottonwood. They are also a key indication of water due to the fact that they're just such a large plant species that they require so much. And similar to the soap tree yucca, they're also they're able to adapt fairly easily. You can see all the roots and everything sticking out because rather than growing tall like they normally do, as that dune approaches, it's able to grow out a little more wide. So this is kind of how it absorbs that carbon dioxide, which is essential for any plant life anywhere.
Back at the dunes, we just had our ranger talk. Went on a sunset stroll with the ranger, told us all about the plants and animals. Now we're back with world internet famous photographer Ann McKinnell. She's taking pictures of these yuccas. These yucca plants. Actually, these ones are probably about 20 feet tall. Most of it's under the dune. It keeps growing and growing and growing to stay above the dune as it shifts. This part of the dune has a lot more plant life in it. No wind tonight. I know you're all disappointed you're not getting that sound. That's always fun. Off in the distance, the mountains are just starting to get a nice pinky glow. Anne's getting a little bit of a brownish glow. Getting all tanned.